Bill, what
Yes.
was the big story of the week?
Cuomo. Cuomo's the big story because it's not being reported accurately as usual. And COVID, but we talked about COVID last Friday in great detail. Not a lot has changed on that front. So the Cuomo story, I think, is something people should pay attention to, even if you've never been to New York State and never intend to come here, which might be a good plan.
Right. Yes. I mean, this is a guy who was born in New York. It's wild to hear you say stuff like that, honestly. Bill, you have been around these guys for a very, very long time. My thesis is that Andrew Cuomo is very much, in a way, Harvey Weinstein in this way. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew he was vindictive. Everyone knew he was nasty. And everyone knew that he was a predator. And nobody wanted to say anything because they were afraid of him.
I'm not sure that is fair.
Okay.
I wouldn't make the Weinstein comparison to that.
Well, I don't mean in gravity of crime.
Yes. I mean, look, but the most important part of this is not what the allegations are. That might become the most important part when the courts kick in. But it's the nasty hardball politics that not only take place in New York State, but in every state, and certainly in the federal government. So let me just lay this out to you. Andrew Cuomo was the most powerful man in New York for 12 years, by far. He was a dictator. He was like Huey Long in Louisiana. He controlled the legislature. He controlled everything. And as you rightly described him, he's a nasty piece of work, okay? And if you got on his wrong side, he would try to hurt you. So that's all true. But somewhere along the line, the progressive left in New York, which has been gaining power for the last 3 or 4 years, decided that he wasn't progressive left enough. And they want Letitia James, the attorney general, to be governor. So the only way that could happen is if you get Cuomo out of the way, because Cuomo is going to run for a 4th term. So you've got to destroy him if you want Letitia James, who is way to the left of Cuomo, if you can even imagine that. So Letitia James is the attorney general. And then presto, all of a sudden, all of these people come out and they're saying Andrew Cuomo did this, did that, did this, did that, bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. And who's placed in charge of the investigation? Letitia James.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait. So are you saying these are trumped up charges?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. And I would never even get into that because I have no blanket idea.
Okay.
And neither does anybody else, by the way. We will have an idea when there is court hearings and if there is an impeachment.
Okay.
All right? But the structure is Cuomo's got to go. And as, again, you rightly pointed out, there were whispers all over the place that he was
not a good guy.
Yeah, and that he was taking advantage of his power to set up his dating life or whatever you want to say. Those rumors were around. So what should have happened in a honest state is that it should have been investigated. Absolutely. But not by Letitia James. Not by the person who wants to take his job. It should have been the Attorney General of the state of New York says, I'm appointing somebody from outside government to do this investigation, and there's going to be due process, and the governor's going to have his attorneys present whatever he wants to present.
Well, but isn't that wait? Isn't that the job of the Attorney General?
Yeah, but she didn't do it. She says, I'll investigate.
No, I know, but she can, can't she?
Can she what?
She can do that as Attorney General. She can take that on.
Of course she could. And then if the independent person came back, and it had to be somebody outside of New York State, by the way, no ties to the state, and said, look, X, Y, and Z, then we would have less intrigue. and we would have less politics in this situation. The second really important part of the story is that Cuomo is going to take everybody down with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
He is that kind of guy.
The three most corrupt states in the union are Illinois, number one, California, number two, and that governor, I believe, is going to be recalled on September 13th, and New York State, number three. These are like organized crime families. They're run by like the mob. And who knows more about the mob than me, Beck? No one.
I will tell you this. It is interesting, and I would put Michigan on that list. These are all states that have been run by Democratic progressives and socialists forever.
That's right. And you can throw Michigan in, but it doesn't rise to Illinois, New York, and California.
So what is this going to mean to New York? What is he going to throw out?
He has stuff on everybody. And right now, his battery of attorneys is basically going over what they are going to put forth to the public. That's what's happening now. So he's basically going to send a message to the legislature. If you impeach me, then this is what we're going to put out about all of you people. He's been in office for 12 years.
Yeah.
Okay? He knows. So everybody's going to die. And see, this is not reported anywhere back. Number one, the investigation and how it should not have been that way has not been reported. And number two, the consequences of going after Cuomo and destroying him, because at this point, Cuomo has nothing to lose. He's not going to quit. He's not going to admit any wrongdoing. He's not. Okay? He's going to say, all right, you want to tango? We're going to tango.
So what happens? Do they tango?
Well, here's what happens. Here's what happens. Okay? There are 4 district attorneys now, and this is really interesting. So Letitia James, the Attorney General in New York, comes out and says Cuomo broke the law, committed a criminal act. And that's all centered around the female state trooper.
Yeah.
Which accused Cuomo of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a serious person. And I'm not saying the others aren't serious, but that's his main problem.
Yeah.
The female state trooper. So James says, he committed crimes. And I'm not going to indict him, though.
Why?
We're not going to charge him.
Why?
Well, wait. If he committed a crime, or you believe you have evidence that he did, why are you not going to prosecute him?
Right.
Does that make any sense to anybody?
It does in today's world, but not in any just society.
I got you. But I'm just going down the corruption meter here.
Right.
I'm going down the corruption meter. So she farms it out to 4 district attorneys, 4 different people. You do it. You investigated the criminal thing. I'm not going to do it because I want to run for governor, and I don't want to be involved in this while I'm running for governor. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got 4 guys, including the unbelievable corrupt Cy Vance in Manhattan, okay, investigating Cuomo on criminal charges. If they have it, all right, then Cuomo might have to make a deal. I'll leave if you don't
expose
prosecute
this
criminal.
Yeah.
That's the only way he gets out of there without a bloodbath as far as an exposition of, well, you think I'm bad? Look at this one. Look at that one. Look at this. And so that's possible that he'd make a deal because he doesn't want to go to a criminal trial. But believe me when I tell you, Andrew Cuomo will take this into civil court all day long. All day long. And you'll have this one after another. Now, the impeachment's another thing. But don't be surprised if all of a sudden the New York legislature says, well, maybe we're not going to do it because he's only there for another year.
Let the people decide.
And the reason that I picked this on your program as the most important story of the week. Okay, sorry. Hold on.
Oh, vicious dog. She will take your ankles and the tops of your feet down. You ever try to get close to Bill O'Reilly? You there, Bill?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. The reason why you picked this story is why.
The terror dog is so upset about Andrew Cuomo.
I know.
You know, she just heard our discussion, and she's appalled because she lives in New York State, too.
I know. She's a tax-paying dog.
Yeah. And so she's here. Holly, come in here and keep quiet. Okay, we're going to take care of Governor Cuomo. Don't worry. She's very, very worried. So anyway, I want your national audience and international audience to understand the level of corruption in this country on the political side. I mean, it's just staggering, and nobody reports it. You're not going to read this in the New York Times. You're not going to see any of this. And the reason I can tell you this with certainty is, as you pointed out, I've been covering New York for decades. I know all these people, and I know what's going on here.
Okay, so
and I can't tell you what Cuomo did or did not do, but I can tell you
the inner workings.
Going to be a blood